Ever wished you could like trade spreadsheets for squats or, pivot from PowerPoint to protein powder?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today's deep dive is for you. We're diving into the world of weight loss consulting.
Okay.
And no, it's not just handing out copies of the latest fad diet, right?
All right.
We've got a stack of intel from RoleCatcher.com. Their career guide is seriously comprehensive.
Yeah.
We're here to kind of extract the absolute gold for you.
And it's a good time to be in the game. This isn't just about like a cultural shift towards wellness.
Right.
It's about people wanting personalized guidance, which is where a weight loss consultant comes in.
Right. It's not one size fits all anymore.
Exactly.
So let's paint a picture. What does a typical day even look like for someone in this role? Is it all motivational speeches and green smoothies?
Well, picture this. You're not just like designing meal plans. You're essentially a health detective.
Okay.
You're working one-on-one with a client to uncover their lifestyle, their relationship with food, maybe even their sleep habits. That's something that RoleCatcher emphasizes is it's about understanding the whole person, not just the number on the scale.
Okay, so it's a lot more personal than I think a lot of people realize. It's not just like handing someone a printout and saying, see ya in a month.
Exactly. The guide talks about the importance of regular check-ins, being that consistent source of support.
Yeah.
You're celebrating victories with your clients, but also helping them navigate those inevitable bumps in the road. That's where the real coaching comes in.
It's that accountability partner, that voice of encouragement
Yeah.
that I think so many people need, right?
Yes.
But it's not just cheerleading, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need serious knowledge to back it up.
Absolutely. The why behind the what is crucial.
Right.
RoleCatcher's guide dives into the need for education, explaining the science of nutrition, portion control, even mindful eating techniques. You're empowering clients to make lasting changes.
So it's about building habits that stick, not just a temporary fix.
Yeah.
I can see how this career path would appeal to someone who loves learning too. The science of weight loss is always evolving.
That's what's so fascinating. And yet the human element is what makes it truly rewarding. Think about it. You're connecting with clients on an emotional level. You're helping them build self-belief, that inner strength to succeed. That's powerful stuff.
It's incredibly rewarding, but I imagine it's not always easy. Were there any challenges highlighted in the RoleCatcher guide?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're going to encounter clients who struggle, who hit plateaus, or even resist change. That requires a lot of empathy, patience, and honestly, a thick skin sometimes.
So what does RoleCatcher say separates the good from the great in this field? What makes a weight loss consultant truly stand out?
They break it down into two main areas, and the first one might surprise you. Yes, you need a strong understanding of nutrition and exercise science.
Which makes sense. You're essentially guiding people's health journey.
Exactly. But here's the kicker. Therapy and counseling skills are highly valued as well.
Oh, wow.
Remember, you're dealing with people's habits, their mindsets, maybe even past experiences that affect their relationship with food and body image.
Like you're part coach, part counselor, helping people break free from those mental and emotional barriers that might be holding them back.
Precisely. And that's where those interpersonal skills come into play. Active listening, building rapport, creating a safe space for vulnerability.
Yeah.
Those are the hallmarks of a successful weight loss consultant, according to RoleCatcher.
So it's not just about knowing the science. It's about connecting with the human being in front of you. That makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm curious about the career path itself. Can you jump into this field right out of school? Or is it more of a climb?
That's where things get really interesting. RoleCatcher lays out a clear career ladder with 3 distinct stages: entry-level, junior, and senior weight loss consultant.
Okay.
They even give you a glimpse into a typical day at each level, which is super helpful.
Okay, now you've got my attention. Let's break those down. What does someone just starting out, that entry-level consultant, actually do?
Think of it as building a strong foundation.
Okay.
You're assisting clients with those foundational habits, healthy meal planning, incorporating exercise, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hands-on learning, often working under more seasoned consultants.
It's like an apprenticeship, getting that real-world experience.
Exactly.
What about the next step up, the junior weight loss consultant? What does that look like day to day?
This is where you're taking on more responsibility. You're conducting more in-depth assessments, crafting personalized plans, really guiding clients towards their individual goals.
Okay.
It's less about assisting and more about leading those client interactions.
Okay, so you need a good amount of confidence at that stage.
Yeah.
What else did RoleCatcher highlight about this junior level?
One thing that stood out was the focus on problem solving. At this level, you're not just delivering a plan, you're anticipating challenges, identifying roadblocks, and helping clients navigate those tricky psychological hurdles that can sabotage their progress.
It makes sense. Like you hit a weight loss plateau,
Yeah.
and suddenly your motivation takes a nosedive.
Mm-hmm.
Having someone there to help you push through those mental blocks would be invaluable.
Exactly. It's about being that strategic partner, helping clients develop the mental resilience to stay the course even when it gets tough.
This is where that understanding of psychology you mentioned earlier really comes into play.
Yes.
Now, I'm really intrigued by that top rung, the senior weight loss consultant. Is it all boardrooms and brainstorming sessions? Or are you still working directly with clients?
It's a fascinating mix, actually. Yes, there's a leadership element.
Okay.
You might be mentoring a team of consultants, developing new programs, even collaborating with other healthcare providers.
Wow.
But it's not all behind the scenes.
So you still get that one-on-one client interaction, that personal touch.
Absolutely. But the clientele might be different. RoleCatcher mentioned that senior consultants often work with clients who have more complex needs,
Okay.
maybe underlying health conditions that require a more holistic approach.
I can see how that would be incredibly fulfilling to take your expertise to that next level and make a real impact on people's lives.
And think about the professional growth. You'd be at the forefront of the field, attending conferences, staying up to date on the latest research. It's a dynamic field to be in, for sure.
Okay, so we've covered the what, the why, and even the who of weight loss consulting, but let's get practical here. What specific skills and qualifications do you actually need to break into this field?
RoleCatcher dives deep into this, breaking it down into two main categories.
So
We call them functions and core abilities and knowledge and learning.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's start with those functions and core abilities. What are we talking about here?
Well, some are pretty intuitive. Reading comprehension, for instance, is crucial.
Right.
You're constantly absorbing new research, staying updated on industry trends, and of course, really understanding those client intake forms.
Right, you need that solid foundation of knowledge to draw from.
Yeah.
What else stood out in that category?
Active listening is huge.
Okay.
It's not just about hearing your clients. It's about truly understanding their struggles, their motivations, the definition of success. That's how you build trust and create a plan that really resonates.
I can see how that would be foundational in any coaching or counseling role. What about the communication side of things? I imagine you need to be pretty articulate.
Spot on. Speaking, writing, and instructing are all listed as key skills. You're explaining complex concepts in a way that's relatable, writing clear and concise plans, and motivating clients through clear and encouraging communication.
So it's like you're a translator, a strategist, and a cheerleader all rolled into one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's switch gears to those knowledge and learning skills. What kind of educational background is helpful for aspiring weight loss consultants?
Not surprisingly, biology ranks high on the list. We're talking understanding human anatomy, how different foods are metabolized, the physiological effects of exercise, that kind of thing.
So you're not expected to diagnose medical conditions, but having that foundational knowledge of how the body works is essential.
Exactly. And this next one might seem less obvious,
Okay.
but remember we talked about the psychological aspect of this work. RoleCatcher actually lists therapy and counseling as highly valuable areas of knowledge.
That makes a lot of sense given the focus on behavior change and building healthy habits. You're not just changing what people eat, you're helping them change their relationship with food.
Exactly. And lastly, having a strong foundation in customer and personal service is crucial.
Right.
Remember, you're running a business,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're self-employed or part of a larger organization.
Right. Building rapport, creating a welcoming environment, and going that extra mile for your clients. Those are essential skills no matter what field you're in.
And in this field, those personal touches can make all the difference.
Okay, we've covered a ton of ground here.
Mm-hmm.
The day-to-day realities of the job, the career ladder, those must-have skills. Now let's talk about actually landing that dream job.
Yes, the job hunt. Luckily, RoleCatcher doesn't just leave you hanging after outlining the career path.
Right.
They have a whole section dedicated to acing those interviews, which can be a make-or-break moment for aspiring consultants.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. Give us the inside scoop. What kind of interview questions should someone be prepared for?
They cover a range, from practical experience to your approach to challenging situations.
Okay.
For instance, tell me about a time you helped a client overcome a weight loss plateau. Or how do you stay up to date on the latest research in nutrition and exercise science?
So they're really looking for that blend of knowledge, experience, and passion for the field.
Precisely. And they even give you a heads up on those tricky behavioral questions,
Yeah.
like describe a time you had to give difficult feedback to a client. How did you approach it?
Those are always tough.
Mm-hmm.
Walking that line between being supportive and holding people accountable.
Right.
What else does RoleCatcher offer in terms of interview prep?
This is where their tech features come into play.
Okay.
They have this amazing tool that allows you to record yourself answering common interview questions and then get AI-powered feedback on your performance.
Whoa, hold on. AI feedback on your interview skills. Tell me more.
It's seriously cool. Their Copilot AI analyzes your video, not just like what you say, but like how you say it.
Okay.
It looks at your body language, your tone of voice, even how clearly you're getting your points across.
It's like having a virtual career coach in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
No more awkward silences or rambling answers.
Exactly. And it's not just about nailing the interview itself. RoleCatcher also helps you stand out even before you step into the interview room.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Tell me they have a magic resume writer.
Well, not magic, but close. They have this feature called Job Spec Analysis. That's a game changer. You upload a job description, and their AI pulls out the key skills and keywords the employer is looking for.
So you can tailor your resume to each specific job without spending hours deciphering what they actually want. Brilliant.
Right. It even scores your resume against the job description, showing you how well you match up and where you might need to tweak things. No more wondering if your resume is hitting the mark.
This is amazing. It's like having a personalized roadmap for your job search.
And if you really want to up your game, they have this feature where you can opt in to be discovered by employers.
Wait, so instead of chasing down job leads, you can have recruiters come to you.
You got it. It's like a reverse job board where employers search for candidates with your specific skill set. Talk about a confidence booster.
RoleCatcher really seems like they've thought of everything to help someone launch a successful career in this field.
Absolutely. They've taken all the guesswork out of it, providing the resources, the insights, and even the tech tools to give you a real edge.
This has been eye-opening. We've gone from the day-to-day of being a weight loss consultant to the specific skills needed and even how to navigate the job market. But before we wrap up, I always like to leave our listeners with something to ponder. What's the big takeaway from our deep dive today?
I think the biggest takeaway is that this career path is so much more than meets the eye. It's not just about knowing the latest diet trends.
Right.
It's about connecting with people on a human level, understanding their struggles, and empowering them to transform their lives.
It's that blend of science and empathy, of knowledge and compassion that truly makes a difference. It's about guiding people towards a healthier, happier relationship with themselves, and that's a powerful thing.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's a career that requires dedication, resilience, and a genuine passion for helping others.
And on that note, we'll wrap up our deep dive into the world of weight loss consulting. A huge thank you to RoleCatcher.com for providing such incredible resources for anyone considering this rewarding career path. Remember, everyone, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and sometimes having the right guide can make all the difference. Until next time, happy diving.